Good morning, everybody. Scott Mayboy here, your financial Sherpa. Hope you all enjoying this beautiful day. Actually expected it to be rainy today, but I'll take it after last night's downpours. So let's see. This earlier today, I posted an article on final expense life insurance, and my opening comment is that I would never sell this if I didn't have to. And the reason for that is I personally don't believe anybody should ever need it. If you take my advice and you get a permanent policy, then the policy, even if it's a small one, is going to last you for your entire life, hence why it's permanent. What a term policy does is expire. So in 20 years or 30 years or now even 40 years, policy expires. So if you're 35 years old, you buy a term policy for 30 years, at 65 or at 75, you have no insurance. That's when you're ending up buying a final expense policy, because you're either too old or too sick to get anything else. So do they play a need? Absolutely. But the purpose of a final expense policy is when somebody wakes up and realizes, I can't get a traditional policy because I'm not healthy enough or young enough, but I don't know who's going to pay for my funeral. The kids don't have the money. They're going to have to put it on a credit card or borrow it. So what am I going to do? And that's when a $5,000 to $25,000, usually $5,000 to $10,000, little policy that's guaranteed issue. No matter how sick you are, you can get the coverage. Small policies, everyone's approved. But honestly, if you're 50 years old and you buy a $50,000 permanent policy, one, it's going to be 5 times what you get in a final expense policy, and probably be a third the price, and have 20 or 30 years of cash growth, so that at some point you don't even have to pay for it. So just, final expense policies, they certainly pay or fill a need. I talk to a lot of older folks when dealing with their Medicare, and I say, Medicare pays $255 towards your funeral. Where's the rest of it coming? Average cost is 10 grand plus. If you're giving me the deer in the headlights look, you better hope you either have the cash on hand that your kids can access, or a spouse, because if it's in your name, they can't. They have to go through probate. If it's a traditional life insurance policy, there may be, you usually have to produce a death certificate, which take a few weeks. Funeral home's not going to process your funeral until you pay. What are your options? So, final expense policies, funeral policies, they fulfill a need, but it's a need that shouldn't exist. But if you find that you're 75, 80 years old and you need a policy, I'm happy to go over the options for you. You may not like them, but you can get a $10,000 policy or a $5,000 policy, no health questions, and you instantly can have the coverage if you qualify. And as I said, everybody qualifies, and they're available until age 85. So if you're 82 years old and you need a policy, that's your best bet. Let me know if you have any questions or comments. Have a great day, everybody. Be well, and be safe.